Welcome back to Sacred Archetypes of the Vedic tradition. I am Nicole. Today we're talking about Kali. Let's begin with a story. There are many stories about Kali, but one of the most powerful ones comes from a great battle between the goddess Durga and the forces of chaos. Durga is a warrior goddess, and she had been called forth because the world was under threat. The old balance had been broken. The asuras, known loosely as demons, were running wild on earth. Even all the gods could not defeat them alone. So they called upon Durga. Durga is radiant and fierce, unshakable. But in the middle of the battle, she encountered a demon whose power was especially dangerous. The demon had a terrifying gift. Every time one drop of his blood touched the earth, another version of him would rise. So every wound created another enemy. Every strike multiplied the problem. The more Durga fought, the more the battlefield filled with the very thing she was trying to destroy. If we pause here, most of us already understand this story, because we actually know what it feels like to fight something in our lives that just seems to keep multiplying. One argument becomes 10. One old wound creates 100 reactions. One fear left unfaced shows up in every relationship. The demon multiplies every time we engage it from the same level of consciousness we had when it first appeared. So Durga, seeing that ordinary battle would not be enough, called forth a darker, wilder force from herself. Kali emerged, black as the night beyond time, wild-haired, uncontained. Kali did what no polite version of the feminine would do. She stopped the pattern at its source. As the blood fell, Kali caught it before it touched the earth. She did not allow the destructive force to keep multiplying. She did not negotiate with it. She simply ended the cycle. Kali is not rage for the sake of rage. She is not destruction for drama. She is the energy that rises when the old way of fighting no longer works. She is the part of consciousness that says, we are not feeding this anymore. When we work with Kali as an archetype, we are not becoming cruel, we are becoming honest. We are asking, where in my life am I fighting the same battle over and over again, but still allowing the pattern to reproduce? Where am I cutting at the branches, but never touching the root? Where am I calling something complicated when the truth is actually very clear? So in a grounded, modern, practical way, working with Kali might look like finally ending a conversation that has become abusive. It might look like deleting the message instead of reopening the wound. It might look like stopping the behavior in yourself, not just blaming it in others. It looks like the pattern ends here, not with violence, not with vengeance, but with clean, fierce, sacred clarity. Kali asks us to notice where we're confusing attachment with love, where we are confusing endurance with strength, where we are confusing familiarity with truth. And this is really where her story becomes personal, because Kali is not only on some ancient battlefield. She appears anytime we face the moment when the old self cannot carry us forward. She appears when something in us knows, I cannot keep calling this healing, when really it's just avoidance. I cannot keep bleeding into the same pattern and pretending I don't see what's happening. Ask yourself, what does the story of Kali awaken in me? Where am I being asked to embody her clarity? What pattern of my life keeps multiplying because I keep giving it ground? What needs to be stopped at the source? And lastly, where am I ready to stop betraying myself in order to preserve an illusion? Kali is fierce, yes, but her fierceness is not against life. It is in service of life. She clears the battlefield so something true can remain. The feminine force that chooses to end the cycle. The blade that does not hate the wound, but refuses to let it rule the body any longer. See you in the next session.